thank you so much for speaking with me. And I really enjoyed Irish Wish. I just had a really great time watching it. Lindsay, it's so good to see you back up on our screens.
Thank
Just
you.
feels like home.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
yeah.
I was just looking, is that Shirley Temple on the picture behind you? Oh no, that's Wizard of Oz.
Oh, it's Judy Garland. Yeah.
Oh.
uh, yeah. Um, a different child star.
Yeah.
Well, Lindsay, I want to go to you first and ask you because it is so good to see you up on our screens, and we've gotten that a couple times this year. And would you talk a little bit about what it was with this particular romantic comedy that you wanted to make it, that it drew you to it?
I liked the story because it was a little bit it was a little bit more mature but still lighthearted, and that I was looking for something like that. And also just the chance to film in Ireland. When I heard they were going to film it there, I was all in. And I also like that the aspect of friendships on screen too. So it's not just about a guy and a girl rom-com. It's a friendship and a guy and a girl, and then the other friend and something spiritual involved. Like I liked all that it had. So that's what made me want to do it.
Of course. Well, great. Thank you. And then Ayesha, well, Lindsay just kind of touched on a question I had for you regarding friendship because it does kind of upend things. These women are supporting each other, and that feels like the central piece of it is the friendship among these women. And would you talk a little bit about being a part of that storytelling?
Yeah, I think it was an honor to be a part of that storytelling. And I loved that I got to play Heather, who I feel like was kind of the constant friend in a sense. She was kind of that voice of reason. And she had her own flighty tendencies, but she was always there for her girls to kind of bring them back down to earth, or even to tell them, like, hey, you need a minute to relax, or like, hey, get your head on straight. And so I really enjoyed getting to play that role.
Yeah, yeah, wonderful. Very, very centering role.
Yeah.
Well, Lindsay, I wanted to touch on a little more specifically your character Maddie and her journey of choosing herself, because for a while she doesn't, and she's kind of sidelining herself for what she thinks this man that she wants would want her to be, and kind of subverting her needs to his.
Yeah.
Would you talk a little bit about how she overcomes that and that piece of it?
Yeah, I think when Maddie finally learns to just let go for a minute, then I think she starts to realize that she's everything that she's looking for. You know what I mean? Already. And she does have that voice, and she does have that strength, and she is a good writer. And so she should go forward with that. And that moment is, I think, just so defining to her in the story, because you never know if she's going to get there in the end. It's like, oh, well, she found the guy, but does that mean she's going to still stand up for herself now? And so that made me really happy to see that she gets her courage and takes her own power back.
Yeah, I thought that was a really great piece. It actually reminded me of the Wizard of Oz a little bit, that kind of journey home to herself.
Yeah.
And then Ayesha, I wonder, would you just talk a little bit about, I mean, this film is written by a woman, I believe directed by a woman as well. And then you have these great female characters, and of course, working with Lindsay, who's a legend. And would you talk a little bit about that vibe?
I think it's so special to be a part of something like that. And it was so badass, like having a female director on set every day, just watching her do her thing and make this film come to life, and then watching like just this consummate professional in Lindsay every single day, and just getting to be around those vibes. It was like the biggest girl power energy that you could ever imagine, and it was just it made this film really special. And I think there's something super feminine about rom-coms.
Yes.
And so that made it even more unique and special.
And that's the great thing, too, with Janine Damian. She's very open to bringing your own input and going for that physical comedy, which was really great to be allowed to do that and to have that space to play.
Yeah, that's so true.